Hello and welcome back. Previously, we discussed the basic concepts of Python and how they compare to JavaScript. We talked about loops, condition statements, variables. Today, we're going to read some scripts written in Python, specifically one that includes all of the things we've learned and a couple more. So let's get started. Reading is the basic, fundamental part of getting better at this language. So we're going to be doing a lot of it. It's not so scary. I'll be here the whole time. Okay, so here's a file. It's called py1.py because I like to be confusing with my file names. We're going to look at it, but we can see that things are being assigned. And we care first about the executable. We see some functions. We scroll down. Function definitions. Here's one. Display books. And it takes books. So let's find that first. An array of objects, just like in JavaScript. Except that the way the object is assembled is a bit different. Let's see. It calls this class. So the same example for this in JavaScript looks like this. We're used to seeing the constructor take these arguments, for example, and using this to assign them, right? Well, the same thing happens in Python here, except that they use self. And we can see how it's assigned using a similar fashion, but we're passing really 4 arguments. 3 being the ones that we care about. You can see Python Crash Course, the second one, and the third argument right here. Great, so now we know what this looks like. Let's look at this display books function, which is called. It takes this, and we already know this print statement is just like console log. And then we are introduced with a for loop. For each book, print this statement with an interpolated string. Again, something we're used to now. Very straightforward. All right, so after that's called on line 40, we go to line 43, borrowing a book. So it takes the same object as before and a title of the book. Makes sense. So let's see what that looks like. A loop, an if statement to check if the title equals the title, and the availability to check that bool. Then we print if they've borrowed and it's available for being borrowed. And otherwise we say, sorry, it's not available. So that's what borrowed book looks like. Very, very simple. The JS equivalent looks like this. Right? We then display the books once again to note that we have borrowed that book. And then we return a book with this function, the return book function. Looks very similar to our previous one. We check the title again, and we say, hey, you've returned it. And otherwise, sorry, we don't have the book titled the title that you've passed. We then display the books again. So let's run it, see what it looks like. There we go. Displaying the books, stating that we borrowed it, displaying them once again, returning it, and then one final display. Now that's just an example to see, hey, look, all the things you just learned about, you can write full scripts with. It's very, very, very powerful. Python is so inviting. I don't want to say simple, but it's really inviting. It really makes it fun to get started with and experiment and want to get better at it. So take this lesson with me, take this journey with me. You're really going to enjoy it. I'll see you soon. Bye.